Next up on Party's Over, dating apps. Are they just helping us find love or just making us more disposable? I'm here with my friend Erica, and joining us is Nina Wallen, a college relationship guru. Hi, Nina. Thank you for joining our show today.
Hi, of course. It's an honor to be here.
We have some great questions today about dating online. Do you think dating apps make it easier to find love, or do they just make us more disposable to each other?
I'd say the latter. I don't think it's one or the other, actually. I think maybe more disposability in this generation. My mom found her boyfriend of a couple years on Bumble.
Oh, she did?
And that worked out really, really well. But every guy I've met on a dating app, it's very much assumed that it's more of like a casual hookup thing, which is what I'm down for. But you know, they tend to not actually go out, which I still like doing. It's a combination of them both. I think if you've been in serious relationships before, that changes things, and I think the app itself also makes a difference. You know, Tinder is like very much just you know, I only kind of want to see you type of app, whereas Bumble's a little more serious. Obviously, like a Christian mingle type, farmers only. They really are looking for love.
Yeah. Wait, so which ones are you on?
I am on Tinder. I think I'm done with it. I go on it like every 2 years and then remember why I hate it.
What do you think you and your friends are most looking for in terms of relationships or lack thereof at this point?
It kind of depends, more lack thereof. One of my friends does genuinely like being in relationships, and she and her girlfriend of about a year just broke up. Another one of my closest friends, she was dating a guy for about 5 years. But once they broke up, she was so happy to have, like, you know, freedom. She was like, oh my God, like, this is so much better.
Do you think the guys want more serious or the girls want more serious at this point?
I've had experiences with both, but I'd say guys, actually, which is kind of weird. There are plenty that are really, like, you know, don't want it. But yeah, it sort of was like the opposite stereotype. I grew up watching a lot of like sitcoms like How I Met Your Mother,
Yeah.
where all the girls wanted to be in relationships and all the guys were like, yeah, I want to date you for, you know, 2 days and then never see you again.
Right.
And now it's kind of like the opposite. I sort of dated a guy for a while and we ended up becoming sort of friends, but he wanted like a real relationship, and I from the very beginning was like, no, you know.
What are the biggest signs on these profiles when you're first looking at a profile? What are the biggest signs that you see that maybe the person wouldn't want a relationship?
Well, on Tinder at least, it says, what are you looking for? And a lot of people will put in their sort of like bios, descriptions on Tinder, like, this is what I'm looking for. Which is very helpful. I think the longer the description, the better. Mm-hmm. You know, I like people that are very upfront.
So for our viewers, which apps do you think would be the best if you're actually looking for a real relationship and not just a hookup?
I'd say Bumble, probably.
As opposed to Hinge?
Of dating apps, I've seen that that's the most successful when it comes to relationships, but I also don't really know that many people that use Bumble. I'd say stay away from Tinder and maybe Hinge too.
Oh, stay away from Hinge.
Yeah, Hinge is like in between them.
Okay.
You know? I've been reading articles lately that most people in college, you know, around your generation, are more interested in their phones and social media than relationships and, you know, even anything intimate with one another. How do you feel about that?
I think that this generation is just sort of disconnected because of, you know, having technology from such a young age, and I think especially COVID. That was during our really like developmental years when all we could do was like Zoom and text. And so it's made people just more comfortable with technology. I think, again, people don't want relationships in the way that they used to, and they're not as desperate, especially women. So it has fallen down in importance. And since we're so, just hooked on our phones and have that sort of, disconnection.
So you feel like the relationships with these guys are more like pen pals than actually dating?
Yeah, kind of like pen pals. Or a lot of times it'll just be like a couple of texts and then like, hey, you want to meet up? But a lot of, communication really happens through that, and just a lot more, I guess.
So you're not seeing actual proper dates.
Right, you're not seeing dinner dates.
No, very few. And like when I suggest them, like so many guys are like, or we could just go to mine and watch a movie, and it's like, I want to go to a bar or something. Like this is the first year I'm not gonna have my fake ID taken.
Right.
I need to,
sad.
It is
really
sad because
go out.
I'm surprised because like my son, he's 22, and his friends, they actually take girls out on proper dates, but I guess it just depends.
Yeah, it does just
on the
depend.
individual.
Maybe,
But he's also
maybe
not
I
on
got
an
on
app.
Bumble.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people that do, guys even. A lot of times they won't like take you out like to anywhere nice, obviously. I know one person who has been taken to like a nice restaurant by a guy.
One.
And how did that go?
Have been like, drive through what's it called? Oh God, what's that place? The burger place in the South that everyone loves.
Five Guys?
Not
No.
Five Guys.
In the
Checkers.
No,
Oh, In-N-Out.
No, it's gonna
That's
kill
what I
me
was
what this
thinking
is. I'll remember it as soon as I leave. But yeah, like a drive-through or like coffee dates are very popular.
Coffee dates.
Okay.
Which
First date's not
is
bad
kind
for
of a good thing. Like they're like sort of pros and cons of it. For one, if the date kind of sucks, you can just kind of leave. Like you pay up front, you don't have to wait for the check. It's inexpensive, so you're
Right.
not really you're not investing as much, I guess.
So you're not as stressed when the bill comes. So when you're meeting somebody online and you guys, if you do plan a date, what happens when the check comes? Like, do you guys split it, or how does that work?
An interesting thing. Again, usually I don't go to like really nice places, but I've had most guys pay for things, like whether it's a bottle of wine like on our way to someone's house, or like an activity, or just a little thing or whatever, food wise. Usually coincidentally, which I don't mind splitting the check like at all, but the guys that won't pay are like, I don't want to say pieces of shit, but
Yeah, no, they are. They're pieces of shit. You can say it.
They're cheap.
it has nothing to
They're
do
cheap.
with the check or anything, but it's just a coincidental thing. I think it's like a not being generous type of thing.
It's tacky.
Yeah.
The worst date I ever went on, he made me go out and buy booze and then drank an entire bottle of wine before I finished like one glass. And I
Wait,
was
he
like,
made you pay?
Made her
Huh?
get a bottle.
Oh, he made you get the bottle beforehand.
Yeah, I was like pretty pissed off. I'm like, you can't drink the entire thing. Like, at least split it, And it's just,
So have you had
I
a
think
long-term...
it's a lot of people view it as like traditional if the guy picks up the check, but I don't think it necessarily is. I know a lot of really, really progressive guys that just feel like it's just the right thing to do, and I think that's good. It's a good sort of litmus test, even if you don't care about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, because I mean, it's not the money; it's the principle. Like, I still believe in chivalry. When
So do
when
I
I was younger, I watched a lot of fairy tales, so that was my generation, and it was always like you're
Like, they
watching
pick
Prince
you
Charming.
up. They open the door.
Yes, and
take you to a
so
nice
it's hard
dinner.
to like visualize that you're on a date and somebody's actually not paying for the
Right.
date.
I would get up and leave.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think
You're
it's
so
like
turned on.
reparations for, centuries of oppression. Like, the least you can do
Yeah.
is pay.
Of course.
So,
I
yeah,
mean, men
I
have
prefer it.
started wars over women and have brought down empires for a woman. So
Yeah.
you would think that in modern day times they would at least pay for a date.
Especially when you're going out to inexpensive places. Like, what do you mean you're a trust fund kid that's not going to pick up the check out of That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
That's
getting worse
insane.
and worse, apparently.
It's insane. So with the online dating, so in general, like for our viewers, so you think that Tinder's more of like not so serious type of
Yeah.
app, and then Bumble is a really good app for all ages, would you say?
Yeah, I'd say most people that I know that are in their 30s and beyond use Bumble. Tinder is very much a like young person's type of thing.
Okay.
Like, there's more age variety on Bumble, definitely. Whereas I don't know anyone with like a fully developed brain that uses Tinder, and I
uses
understand why.
Have you seen any of your friends or you have one successful relationship to date from Tinder?
I'd have to double check. I think one of my friends has, but we all prefer to meet people organically.
Right.
Like,
And you can do that. You're around, you're in a college setting. You can do that.
I think anybody can meet somebody organically.
I think it's harder when we're
once
older.
you're not in college or anything, like, or if you're at like a much smaller school, which my best friend goes to Bryn Mawr, which they have, their student body is smaller than my high school's was. It's a very, very small one. And so if you break up with someone like on campus, like, you have to see them all the time. Like, all of your friends know each other and all have like, if you piss someone off like freshman year and other people take their side, like, everyone's going to be on a side.
Wow. That's
Someone that had an issue with that. Whereas I go to UF, which is a huge school, like,
Right.
and so yeah, if I was in a terrible relationship, and even if I was like super toxic, like, no one would know or care. It's really
That
nice,
makes
and I
sense.
would never see the guy again.
Yeah. So what other dating apps do you think are good? Because I've heard like, so you're saying Hinge isn't as good, but you're saying like maybe the Christian app
Mingle.
or JDate
Farmers
if you're
Mingle.
Jewish.
Definitely, probably the best one, just because, or for relationships, just because
Yeah.
it's a lot of more, conservative Christians, and they're going for marriage usually.
Right.
Like,
Which is
they're
a great
not-
idea for
very
our
few,
viewers.
Like, people that would be on Christian Mingle that are that hardcore of Christians are like, yeah, like, let's hook up every once in a while. That's, I think, the vast majority of people on something like Christian Mingle.
And
would.
there's specific ones for like if we have viewers that are seniors, they have a senior one.
Yeah, there's one for like every demographic,
Every demographic, which is great.
really great.
Now, from a going out perspective, do you all go to the clubs and meet, or bars and meet? Has that changed? Well, you wouldn't know in our generation, but in your generation, are they meeting like that?
Clubs, never, ever. Clubs, it's, like, you've got to be really intoxicated. Either you're on alcohol or you're on something, and you can't talk over the music.
Right, that's
It's
true.
so
it's not an
dark,
intimate
like,
setting.
you might meet someone outside of the club, but once you get in, it's not like you're gonna
Yeah.
talk about your shared interests.
We used to meet people at the club. It was different.
We did.
That's-
Yeah.
My organic relationships have been either like neighbors who, I just would see all the time, just, walking down the stairwell, or someone I met at like a party. Parties are a lot better. Parties and mutual friends are probably the best way, because, there's not like, there's fewer distractions. You can go outside at a party and, like, smoke a cig and someone's probably going to come up to you. Like, and you can actually talk for a long time. Whereas, you know,
But that's for all generations.
some
Parties, social events,
Yeah.
charity
And
events.
I wonder if they're
bars
catfish.
are
Are they?
good, but there's also, unless it's like a college bar specifically, you're gonna meet a lot of different people, a lot of different demographics that you might not be interested in. Like a lot of bars, you'll see like a 60-year-old there, and you're probably not gonna end up in a relationship with that
I
guy.
would hope not,
your
but you
age.
never know, honestly.
Yeah, you never know.
These
But a party,
peak guys,
like you likely will be invited to a party with a similar demographic, other students,
Right.
that are around
Right.
your age at least.
Are they
Which I do prefer
catfishing
to
on
go
the-
older, but like not 60.
Right.
Yeah. Are they catfishing on the apps? Like when you meet someone from an app, do they actually? Has there been stories where they've catfished at your age?
What do you mean by catfish? I've never shown up to a date and been like, "You are not the guy on your profile." You don't
She
look like
hasn't because she's younger, but
Right.
there's so many.
There probably
and-
are older ones.
Yes,
I've
in
heard
our
of-
age group.
I've heard
that,
of older guys use pictures from when they were like 20
Yes.
years younger.
Uh-huh.
So she's
Okay.
not going
Not
to
that-
notice
yeah.
that, but she's definitely like our age group.
They're not scamming yet.
Yeah. Well, this was great. So now we
Yeah.
know, like, just to recap, that Tinder's more of a not I would say like more of a hookup type of app.
Yeah, casual.
So for our viewers, Bumble's a great app, from what you would think,
But it's
and
hard at any age, is what it proves.
for any age group. And then just random, like going out and like organically meet somebody at a party, at a social gathering, through a friend, a neighbor.
Yeah.
I'd say also on the topic of catfish, maybe I've heard of a lot of guys who will lie about their political views if they know,
okay.
yeah, like, it's in my bio, like, you need to be like a respectful feminist, because I've met so many that just aren't. And one of the last dates I went on, the guy straight up like lied about that. Not that he was necessarily conservative, but he wasn't, super respectful of women. And
Oh, that's important.
just kind of terrible. But have you ever heard of the tea app?
No.
All right, it's tea like, spilled the tea.
Oh, spill the
Right,
tea,
like
yes.
spill
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not like the letter, it's T-E-A. And they verify that you're a woman, it's girls
Oh,
only.
okay.
And then you can post about guys in your area that you've had either good or bad
Yes,
experience.
I have heard, yes, I've heard of
Are
this.
you dating the same
This
guy?
is amazing.
Guys on
Yeah.
there, like if you had a really good experience, you're not going to
That's
feel
great.
the need to do
Yeah.
it.
I
But
didn't know
I
there was
have
an app.
posted, and after like a couple weeks, like I've seen, girls like be like, "Oh, he's also a red flag." You rack up red flags on
Yeah.
there.
Right.
No, this is
And-
great for
Nina,
women.
Is it an
Yeah, and
app
leave like comments saying like,
Yeah.
"Oh, like I had a really similar experience," and yeah, it also gives you all the sex offenders in your area.
This is perfect for our viewers. So
Yeah.
the TA app,
Yeah, TEA.
or TA,
But it-
or the T app, the T.
There's an app as well as on Facebook. There's groups. So there's both.
It's very similar to those Facebook
But this
groups
is
of,
great,
like,
just to have
are
an
you
app.
dating him too?
Yes.
Right.
No, this is perfect. So the T app. So for all of our viewers, the T app, and that way you can actually research who you're going to be going out with.
Yeah, and I wish I knew about this years ago. I sounded like insane doing this, but I asked a guy for his ex's phone number so I could get like a recommendation.
And it gave it to you?
Just to see like, was he shitty? Like,
Did she give it to you?
she was
Or
like,
did-
wow, this is really weird, but he was fine. Like,
Wow.
Wow,
So you got a
good for him.
recommendation.
He doesn't suck,
This
so
is the first time
you're
I've
good.
ever heard of this in my life.
I figured like I'd
is
like
amazing.
to, vet someone. Like I wanna just be very careful. That was especially when I started dating, because
Good for you,
there's
Nina.
a lot of horror stories
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
aren't just like shitty dates with rude guys.
Right.
They're like American Psycho type stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but good for you for doing that, because I would never think to take that step to actually ask for an ex's phone number for
Right.
recommendation.
I would Google search them. I mean, everyone you find here, I scam
You
someone.
can only find so much on Google,
That's
especially
true.
at my age. You're gonna find like their Instagram, but there's
Yeah.
Right.
very rarely you're gonna find articles about
An indictment.
No, she's right. But even for her age, like to even have the maturity level to even think to do something like that.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah,
You're very smart,
I was
Nina.
Very
since
smart.
ever. I was 18. I was just kind of paranoid.
Yeah.
I lost my pepper spray, so I like I packed like a steak knife in my bag, like
Good
just
for
in
you.
case.
I love her.
Yeah. Oh,
You're so
great.
funny.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, yeah,
I
we
like to be
thank you.
prepared. And,
No.
you know.
This has been great information. Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Thank you so much, Nina.
And you're
Of course.
entertaining. Thank
You
you.
guys.
Have a great day. Thanks.
Yes, you too.
Thank
Take
you.
care. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
We'll be right back.